Hey guys, it's Prince Rich with Rich Technology Group, and in today's video, we've got some exciting news that we actually stumbled upon by accident. Vonage now supports the new Polycom CCX series. So the way we ran into this was I actually have a CCX series phone that was sent to me directly from Polycom, which we're going to review in a future video, not in this video. And when I mentioned it to Vonage, I just kind of mentioned something to the effects of, hey, I actually finally got one of the CCX phones. I can't wait until you guys support it. And my contact at Vonage was like, we actually do support it. And I was kind of like, prove it. So here we are on Vonage's preferred phones page, and it's actually kind of hidden. If you're on this page, you'll see that it says preferred phones. Then it goes to preferred phones, and it kind of opens up into different things like Grandstream, Panasonic, Polycom, of course, and then Yealink. What this means is these are the phones that not only Vonage typically sells, like in their suggested phones list that you can get directly from them, but these are the ones that they state are like, for the most part, 100% compatible and should not have any issues. They've gone through extensive testing. But if you scroll down on this page, you get to something called compatible phones that I was not aware of. This means that these phones have not quite undergone the extensive testing that the preferred phones have gone through, but they are stated as being compatible and should function more or less without any issues with the Vonage, platform. So I had my guys show me this. You come down here to Polycom, you open it up as you see here, and CCX is here. This is actually fairly new. I think this is just only months old. So I felt compelled to do this video because of the fact that I finally actually got one for review, but I had no idea that Vonage supported the CCX phones. So for those of you who are watching and you're wondering, okay, what's the Polycom CCX series phones? What do they look like? Let me switch over to that page so you guys can see. This is the newest version of Polycom's phones, which are, they're completely different than what you guys are used to seeing from what I've reviewed on like the older, the Polycom VVX like 250s and the 350, 450, 550s and whatnot. While those phones are still supported and we have customers that purchase those phones not only with Vonage service but with many other carriers, these are the new ones. The one that was actually sent to me was the CCX 600, which is the second to the largest one. The 700 is the big boy one, but this is the 600. I don't know if that's like an expansion or what that is. It's basically a touchscreen phone. The receiver and the handset is very similar to what you're used to with Polycom, but it's got a touchscreen, unlike the other Polycoms. Full LED background, if not AMOLED. What that might be. Let's see. It says it's a 7-inch color touchscreen. Doesn't say whether it's AMOLED or LED. It's Wi-Fi enabled, Bluetooth enabled, has USB ports, all that kind of stuff on it. It looks like 2 USB ports. So these are like next level phones in the Polycom, series or in the evolution of their hardware. So again, I'm not going to get too much into the specifications of the hardware in this video. We're actually going to do a separate review on the hardware for later because I've got one actually sitting right in front of me as we speak. But this is big news that Vonage actually can now support these phones. Couple of things I want to talk to you guys about before we get into before I actually wrap up this video. Number one, I don't believe that these phones are on the suggested phones list yet. The preferred phones list, I'm sorry, which is their suggested list also. So I don't think that you can buy these phones directly from Vonage yet. I expect that to change potentially towards the end of 2021 and definitely at some point in 2022 because the CCX has been out since I want to say around like early or mid 2020. So soon you may be able to get these from Vonage directly, which also means their compatibility will be even further enhanced. But from what I understand, these phones actually work. But I'll know for sure because we use Vonage internally, for those of you who may or may not know. And I'm actually going to have those guys provision my CCX 600 to the system. And I'm going to test it for a couple of weeks and then come back and do an actual review for you guys with phone in hand and let you know not only how well it worked with Vonage, but I'm going to do a review on how well it worked in general, just as a phone in the market. The other question that I've been asked among, hey, Prince, when is Vonage going to support the CCX series is, will one or more of the CCX phones be free? That I don't know. If you look at this list, if you see here the CCX 400, it almost looks like it could pass for being like the VVX 250 version upgrade of what would now be the CCX series. It's kind of small and compact, kind of like the VVX 200, but these phones aren't cheap, you guys. I mean, the CCX 600, I think that thing retails at like almost like $600 or $700. I don't know what the 400 retails at. They don't have a price on here, so I couldn't tell you. But I don't know that Vonage or any service provider is going to give this away for free. But who knows? Time things could change as time progresses, and this phone becomes more popular and becomes more mainstream with not only Vonage but the other providers. So, anyways, that pretty much wraps up this video. That Vonage now supports the Polycom CCX series. This is big news because I've been asking them for over a year when they're going to offer support for this. While the 250, 350, and 450 and the 550 are still very popular with Vonage, those phones are becoming kind of old. So we've been wondering, when are they going to phase into the newer technology and start supporting it? That time has come, and so we're excited to hear about that. So, anyways, if you are using one of these phones with either with Vonage currently, please feel free to comment on this video on our YouTube channel or on our blog and let us know what your experience has been with the phone, how you've liked using it with Vonage, what your pros and cons have been about not only the phone, but using it with the Vonage platform. Just keep the comments honest and also polite and constructive. If you're interested in this phone in general or these phones, I'm going to actually have links to where you can purchase these phones from, either through like Amazon or through VoIP Supply or something like that, because as far as I know, you cannot buy these phones directly from Vonage or most of the service providers at the time of this video yet. Also, as always, if you're interested in Vonage service and you'd like to learn more about the platform, if it makes sense for your business, get special pricing through us, see a demo of the platform. We're more than happy to help coordinate that with you, and me or my staff talk to you about the pros and cons of Vonage and see if it makes sense for your business. As always, remember, you'll always get better pricing through us than if you go to Vonage directly, so always contact us first. If you found this video helpful or interesting, please like the video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Help us get to 10,000 subscribers. That's our goal between now and the end of 2021. As always, Prince Rich with Rich Technology Group, your go-to guy for the best deals on business phone and internet service in the United States. I'll catch you guys again in the next video.